Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video, and today I'm going to be telling you everything that I want in Chapter 4, Season 1. First, starting off with the map. Now, the map this chapter has been great, with, I think, many changes, and it feels very new. It always usually does that, and Fortnite usually nails that aspect of, like, a full new map. Next chapter is a little bit worrying because a lot of people are saying that the map is going to be very remixed, that there's going to be like remixed POIs. I do kind of want that aspect, and there was some audio files. There was some audio files that just came out today that, well, not even today, like a few days ago, that said like about things about the island surviving, like the Paradigm or Amy saying, "Wow, a lot of the island has survived," which is a little bit worrying because I don't really want a lot of the island to survive. I actually don't want any of it to survive because I want a full new experience. Yeah, I do also want some new things, but I do also want a new experience because it could make the game really fun. And it could add a lot of really like cool aspects, especially when this chapter came out. It was so cool. Like we had Greasy Grove, like Shifty Shafts, of course, has the old locations, and even Tilted. But we also had like the Joneses, the Chonker Speedway. I mean, that place sucks. Rocky Reels is still the same. We had almost every single place has changed though. Yeah, Coney Crossroads, the Daily Bugle, which I didn't really like that much. We had Camp Cuddle. We had a lot of places, and I thought a lot of the places were good except for Camp Cuddle. But I'm actually starting to miss that place. But like, you know, it was a great start to chapter. Vibes were high. Everything felt amazing. With chapter 4, I'm hoping that they still keep the aspect of something new, but also add some things. Hopefully, maybe like okay, maybe a lot of the island has survived. Maybe that means that the island, like the things that are floating, like rocks or buildings that are floating, like the No Sweat building, that might survive, and that might go into chapter 4. And I'm pretty sure we know. Like, basically, I would say Chapter 4 is called Reforged, so we could get a remixed reality of Chapter 1, 2, and three's maps, which I hope it's not that, because some people literally only want that map. I think it's fine if you want that, but at the same time, I think you just should also have something new, because it'll just get boring. It'll get boring very fast, just telling you that much. But I'm hoping the map will be very good. Next up, the Battle Pass. The Battle Pass for this season I thought was really good, but there's always something. The crossovers are insane. Much. The crossovers are cool, but they're a lot. I feel like they've gotten died down because of the Herald. That was pretty cool. But I want the OG Battle Passes, kind of like how they were used to be. There will be no crossovers in the Battle Pass. No skins like that in the Battle Pass. There will also just be like the secret skin will actually be secret. I don't think that's ever coming back. But I do hope they bring back the load layout that Chapter 2 had. Around Chapter 2, Season 2, and through Chapter 2, Season 4, they had like the table with all the characters around it and a bunch of, places to go for it. That was really, really cool, and that was an amazing idea, and I would love to see that come back in Chapter 4, Season 1. That would be such a cool idea. I don't think it'll be coming back, but that would be a really cool idea to bring back maybe for Chapter 4, Season 2, or 3, or 4. Because I'm pretty sure there's only going to be 4 chapters next season. Or 4 seasons next chapter. God damn it. Next thing is the discovery system. I think the discovery system is still having work. But, yeah, I think I like the system. I think it's just a little bit laggy sometimes when you go into it. There definitely needs to be some changes. I think that the recently played stuff should not be at the top. Also, I don't know what's up with my video. My video is absolutely screwed over. But I have the buy epic stuff, and I also need to, Jesus Christ, that's annoying. But other than that, I need to put the buy epic tab. I feel like that should be on the top. And then the competitive should be maybe right here. And then they could have like other stuff. I think epic picks should be at the bottom, honestly, because epic picks usually aren't that best. Sometimes they're good. Most of the time they're bad. Sometimes they're good though. Like I played maybe 5 good ones, but like the other 20 I played were like garbage. They weren't very good. But yeah, Jesus Christ, I keep getting invited by this guy. Oh, who hates it when they just get invited by like a million people? It kind of sucks. But other than that, Things I want to talk about is XP coins. That was a very cool addition in Chapter 2, and I would love to see that come back in Chapter 4. Because I feel like it made it a little bit easier to level up, and it just kind of felt more fun than buying these packs every single season. Which brings me into my next point, the XP system. The XP system is getting harder and harder, and it's getting way harder to level up. I'm like, I would be at level like 200 by now. Yeah, I think you shouldn't make it too easy, but you shouldn't make it too hard either. I'm saying a lot of things from Chapter 2. You should bring back some of the Chapter 2 systems. Those systems were very good. I'm not saying Chapter 2 Season 5. I'm saying, like, Chapter 2 Season 3 system was alright. I think Chapter 2 Season 1 and 2 systems were absolutely phenomenal. With the, like, the quest, like, instead of having 3 dailies, which kind of suck, honestly, you have, like, these medals. You have, like, punch card medals that you get throughout just, playing normal Fortnite instead of doing quests, which I think are absolutely amazing. And also, I feel like the weekly quests were better laid out and they felt better than how they do now. I felt like I was able to get them done in maybe like 30 minutes than to an hour. But you also know what would probably make it a little bit easier? Fixing Team Rumble. For anyone who does challenges, you know that it's an absolute pain. Maybe if you have easier lobbies or you're just an absolute sweat, that it's just I feel like it's just a pain to go in actual battle royales and do challenges. I don't know why. It's just I rather go into Team Rumble, and that's what I used to do. In Team Rumble, they used to have bosses, NPCs. They used to have almost every single thing for challenges. But then they just decided to take that all away. And I'm pretty sure in Season 7 or Chapter 2, Season 6, they decided to change the mode fully. Which was super random and super weird, and I'm pretty sure no one likes this change. It makes the mode way more sweaty and, like, not really fun. The mode is not fun anymore, and it's very laggy as well, for like the circle starting so quickly, and you don't really be able to get the challenges done. I remember it used to be 5 minutes. You were able to at least like do a bunch of challenges 4 to 5 minutes that you get. Instead, you only get like a minute, an entire like you only get a minute because like Storm's already like halfway through the map, which I think is very bad for the mode. And I think that would be great if they changed it. So I feel like it would be easier to do challenges in Team Rumble, and I could just play normal Fortnite Battle Royale and not have to do challenges all the time in just normal Battle Royale modes. I feel like it's such a simple change. Just revert the system back to how it was in Chapter 2 and Chapter 1. Next, coming up with is creative. Of course, creative mode. The one thing I feel like creative mode is changing so much. I really don't have much to say other than I'm really, really excited for Creative 2.0. It's coming out in January, and I'm so excited to see what people can make. I don't think I'll be able to make anything because I am on a console on a controller. But if I'm able to get a PC at some point, which I probably won't, but then if I do, I may be able to make some really cool maps. Speaking about maps, I am making a Reality 1 map. I have my normal, Devon Ashley Royale map. I do like it, but I'm getting a little bit tired of it. But I want to start something new. I want to make my own terrain, my own stuff. I feel like it could be way easier to edit and make really, really nice biomes. I feel like I can make really cool stuff, and I want to make the storyline everything resets, but it's also still tied to the main Devon Ashley Royale game, which is an idea. But other than that, I think that's almost everything I really do want for Chapter 4. But I still have something else. The loophole. The loophole definitely needs to go back, not fully to its old ways. I think the loophole would be nice if it had a normal AR. Pump shotguns, tac shotguns. I think charge shotguns and prime shotguns should be in there too. I think the prime shotgun's a very good shotgun, and I think it can compete with some of the other shotguns. Charge shotgun, if you're really good with it, I think you can absolutely kill with it, especially the mythic one. That mythic one is insane. But I think there needs to be a separation with loopholes in 3 modes: normal build battle royale, zero build, and arena. In arena, things should be a little bit more simple, set stone, and not like with all the crazy items. I think I like that they add like nice, like sometimes like fun. I don't like the inflatable, like what they did. Like I feel like Chapter 2 Season 4 and Chapter 2 Season 7 were great arena loot pools, but like around like even like in the middle, like after those seasons, it feel like it just kept going downhill, and arena just kept getting way harder to get better in, and it just got way more boring. So I feel like, oh god, I feel like a really good change would just be to revert that system again. It's a lot of reverting systems, but I feel like if you revert a lot of the systems while adding some new stuff too, will make the game perfect. And also with perfectness comes with, again, a loophole for zero build. I feel like for shotguns, we can have all those shotguns, but we also need the Ranger shotgun. The Ranger shotgun can be in builds. I think there's something that need to be separated. Maybe in zero builds, it can have like things like boogie bombs, more shockwave drops, crash pads, and all that stuff. In normal builds, maybe no boogie bombs, a little bit fewer shockwave like things, but still crash pads. It's really hard to separate those two modes. I'm really starting to realize it's kind of hard to separate those two modes. But I think with a little bit of tweaking and some separation, it will be perfect. And also having a map that is dedicated for build and zero build at the same time together will make a great chapter. Another thing, again, build loophole. I think. Let me go back. Shotguns, I think I want shotguns to kind of stay how they are right now. I really, really like the shotguns how they are right now. They just, I like them like now, but I think like there needs to be a change. Like pump shotguns should just come back. Tac shotguns should be here too. I think that the charge and prime should be here as well. As I said that already. ARs, I think the normal AR, hammer assault rifle, I think that is a good run. I think maybe it should only be blue and up because I feel like that would be a little bit better. Kind of with the ARs. It's really hard to think of ARs because there's been a lot of ARs. Infantry rifles, those are really nice rifles, and I think having those in the game will make the game pretty cool. I feel like it'll make it a little bit more fun, and you have to like really practice with your aim to use those things. And also, speaking of assault rifles, let's go to SMGs. I think SMGs should be simple. No P90s, no Stinger SMGs, no combat SMGs. None of that stuff. That stuff is way too overpowered. I kind of like the SMG spray method that we have this season, like with the rapid fire and the suppressed SMG. I think that is very good. I think you could add back the normal submachine gun, or that like the I guess the Uzi gun. I don't even know. There was the machine pistol gun, but at the same time I don't know how that might work. Maybe the machine pistol can be like a little bit of a harder drop to get because that is a very really really nice SMG. It does actually feel like an SMG though, so I feel like that would be a really good SMG to add into SMGs. Now for rockets, explosives, all that stuff. I feel like for explosives, I feel like less is better. Less is definitely better. Like with the current loophole in the game right now, I feel like it's a little bit annoying. Like having to go up against goo guns all the time. It's very very annoying. Hopefully the goo gun doesn't carry into the next chapter of Fortnite, which I don't think it will. If it does, then I'm just not playing. But hopefully maybe make it so that you can only get rockets out of like supply drops, kind of how they were. You would only be able to get rockets out of supply drops instead of like for loot, which at some point it was like that. That was really dumb. But they haven't really done that in a while. I think you should have those kind of like a little nice item to have in supply drops. Dial drops. It reminds me of that. Keep that item. Because that's a pretty cool item. I mean, it's a little bit boring, but I think it's pretty good to have in the game. I don't really know. I can't really think of many other things. Oh, competitive. The competitive and compete. That's the last thing I want to end with because I feel like I've talked about everything. I might have missed some stuff, but again, Chapter 3, especially this season. This season was horrendous. I heard a lot of things about DreamHack. It was horrible. I watched a little bit of DreamHack, and oh my god, that stuff was broken. I feel so bad. Again, that was a bad voice crack. I'm sorry. Solo late game. Late game needs to come back next season. Epic, you've been working on late game for an entire season, an entire 3 months. I'm pretty sure it should be good now. Like it didn't even come out this season. We've made our own late games that work even better than the late games that were before. Like the finest late game, it works way better when I can actually get into a lobby. When I can actually get into a lobby, it feels a little bit it feels way smoother. Yeah, I am playing on 60 FPS and it still lags, but it doesn't lag as bad. It would even with like I remember I was playing with like 12 players because not many people play that map much anymore. In the normal late game, I probably would have had like like 20 FPS landing, 10 FPS, I still was averaging around 30 to 40 FPS, which isn't the greatest, but it was at least still playable instead of 10 to 20 FPS. And it is streamable. While it could knock it down to like 25 to 30, I think it is still playable for like a console player like me on an actual console. It is a little bit harder, but it could actually be more fun. And add the tournaments back. Have daily late game cups. Daily late game cups. That would be cool. Also, having a Winter Royale next season would be amazing, since it is going to be in kind of like a winterish theme. I feel like we're going to be going into the Christmas season, holiday season. So I feel like having Winter Royale would be absolutely amazing to have, like a LAN Winter Royale, like having a LAN Winter Royale. Not making it on custom lobbies like DreamHack, because that was ridiculous. I watched DreamHack. I feel bad for Pink and Vino. They got their stuff stolen. I saw that on Twitter, and I watched Ozzy. Listen, I'm a very big supporter of like the competitive community now. I've been getting back into it, been enjoying it, but I feel like something we really lacked, which I feel like we should have gotten, was hype cups, cash cups, solo cups. We had no solo cups, nothing, none of that. We didn't get any of that stuff. We did get the Polo Stadium Cup, which was like basically the only thing I think I played this season, which was I think I would say is a pretty fun cup. Placing 85th. Yeah, I'm bragging about 85th place. Yeah, I did not do very good in this zero build tournament. I just did horrible. I think for FNCS, you should bring normal FNCS back. I think you should have, the qualifier round should be kind of like in Season 4. I was already seeing some pros come back to the game. Like, we've seen Mongrel come back. Will Benji come back? Probably not. He's probably just done with the game, and I respect that. But, like, again, I feel like, competitors really just lacking a lot of things that it used to have. Even in Chapter 3, Season 3. I think FNCS Invitational was amazing, and that was it was just so fun to watch all of these pros go live in a real LAN tournament and see what happens, especially in the final game with Cammy and Seti's against Vino and Queasy. Vino and Queasy landing at Cammy and Seti's drop spot, trying to have on one-on-one, and whatever team would die, the other team who killed them would win FNCS. And Kami and Seti's literally killed them. They literally got Vino and Queasy. It was very close. It was an amazing event, and it was just such a cool moment to see that happen. We need stuff like that. Stuff like that will literally make competitive so much more fun, especially for like a casual audience. I think remove the Elite Cups. Elite Cups, I think it was a really great idea, but it just wasn't executed very well. The final, there's not much prize pool. I think they should, if they have the money for it, which I don't know if they do, raise the money for these prize pools. These are getting very small prize pools. But I can also see that because we got given very big prize pools at the beginning, so now they're making them go down. Again, really, I think for next season we just need solo tournaments to come back, solo FNCS, and a LAN FNCS Invitational every single season, which I think we're actually getting. It said at the end of the event, it said, "See you in 2023," which means that we're getting another FNCS Invitational in February. I am so excited. I loved watching the FNCS Invitational first one. It was such a fun event to watch. It was amazing hype all around it. So I would love to see that happen once again in the Fortnite game. I think that would just really make the game a little bit more fun, and it would make it a little bit more fresh. And I think updates, the way they had it, the season just got very boring because I felt like the same stuff with the same story. The story felt a little bit lackluster. Make the story a little bit better, and the map, and there you go. You got a perfect chapter, at least for me. You can disagree on this or what. For me, I don't really care. I think this is my completed thing and everything that I want in Chapter 4, Season 1 Reforged. I'm really, really excited to see this, to see this whole season happen. The Fracture live event is going to happen. We already have a new teaser. This is going to be the craziest live event we've ever seen in Fortnite history. So I'm going to be streaming it. Hopefully I'll be streaming it. Hopefully everything works. I'm always super worried about this stuff. And I have a quiz on Friday. Why? It's alright, it's not Saturday. So on Saturday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm pretty sure you can actually join in progress. Don't know how that's supposed to work if you're going to join while the event's happening. I don't know how that works. I'm pretty sure it's going to be 15 minutes, then we're going to get like all the other challenges to do during the event. It's going to be a 40-minute long event as we know right now. So be sure to tune in at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for this live event. Basically, I might be going live around 12 p.m., like maybe like 2 p.m. That might be when I be getting on to the game and going live just to save a little bit more packet loss because yeah. And I'm also thinking of streaming the Chapter 4 Season 1 launch and uploading it to YouTube because I don't usually upload launch videos to YouTube ever. I've never really done that. And I want to at least be a little bit more consistent on YouTube, especially during the holiday season and going forward so I can grow my audience even bigger and have a more fun time with you guys. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.